if there really was a God, and if this God really wanted me to be saved, he should have taken me home before I stopped believing. And he said, I don't think you want to make that argument. And I said, yes, I do. And he says, so you think you lived too long? And like I said, I was absolutely dumbfounded. And it was because, yeah, if there really was a God, and if there really was a heaven, and if there really was, this God really did want me to be in heaven with him, then yeah, he absolutely should have taken me home rather than watch me,
Right.
founder in unbelief and stop believing. And
Right.
I think it's absolutely a strong evidence against the existence of this God that allegedly wants you, for him to leave me in this state.
Well, most every testimony you hear on YouTube are people who lost their faith on their hands and knees, begging God to show himself.
Mhm.
If you're real, if you're real, show me.
Yeah, and I did.
They're wanting to believe. I
Mhm.
don't know of any ex-Christians who fell away, not, and that was their intention all along.
Mhm. Mhm.
You are what you used to be was someone that would have tuned into a program like this and said, okay, everyone in the audience, that's all, made up. These stories are made up. You're trying to get ratings. Is that how you would have perceived it, or would you have just said everyone on that set and everyone in that studio are crazy? How would you have perceived this program?
I know that there is an interest in God in everyone, even if they say they don't believe in God.
Even with you?
Yeah.
Before the event?
And there's a battle going on, raging on inside of them. But I want to say something that in response to this. Don't believe you, don't believe Don, don't believe me, don't believe TBN, don't believe the church. Go to the source. If you go to the source, if you say, Jesus, I need you. I've never believed in you, and I don't know if you're real, but Jesus, I need to know if you're real. Will you come into my life? If you do that, and if you mean it from your heart, and if you sit there and wait, and don't get all frustrated and get impatient and stuff like that, but just say, Jesus, Jesus, please come into my life. I've been a rotten person. And I don't know why you touch a piece of filth like me, but please, Jesus, come into my life, which is what I did. He will come. Yes. It may not be...
Why didn't you do that before your experience?
I didn't know. I wish some idiot like me or you or Don had come and said, you know what? All this philosophical speculation that you're doing all the time between existentialism and all this stuff, why don't you just ask him if he's real?
Wow.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Absolutely. So that's all it would have taken?
Yeah, because I really believe that he would have done something. Yeah. It doesn't not necessarily going to be struck by lightning or run over by a truck, or it may just be, as John Wesley said, a strange warming of the heart when you just know that you know that you know that you know.
Wow. Wow.
Christianity today is a wet noodle. It's a goddamn joke. There are too many tares in the wheat field. What Christianity needs today is some good old persecution. Christianity today needs to become a capital offense. They need to start feeding Christians to the lions again. And then, if Jesus is real, we'll see the power of God come back. When Christians are seen as the scum of the earth, when Christians are seen as being worse than pedophile child molesters. When the Christians stop eclipsing Jesus and we stop seeing the Christians and start seeing Jesus, then we'll know Jesus is real. But until then, I believe in Jesus, but don't expect it to change my life. I'm gonna hedge my bets. I want to be a rock star and get into heaven by the skin of my fucking teeth. But Christianity today, there's too many tares in the wheat field. Some good old persecution will show us whether Jesus is real or not. So, maybe you Christians should start praying that God will bring some good old-fashioned persecution back if you want Jesus to start showing himself to the atheists